The return of Baseball Jeopardy is here. It has been probably at least like a month or two since we've done Jeopardy. There hasn't really been any new baseball as we know of because of the coronavirus. So it's tough to make new ones, but someone actually sent this Jeopardy to me. I believe they made it. It looks pretty solid. It's going over the 2019 season. I like doing trivia on the channel. You guys like watching it. And specifically, you seem to really love the Jeopardy videos. So let's go ahead and do 2019 Major League Baseball season Jeopardy, whatever you want to call it. We're doing Jeopardy again. As always, if you guys do enjoy these Jeopardy videos, you want to see more of them, make sure to leave a like on the video. That's the best way to show your support. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you enjoy the content. We are like under 500 subs away from 150K. That's the next big milestone for me. If we could hit that, that'd be great. Thank you guys so much. Remember to get in the comment section down below. Let me know if you beat me on the score in Jeopardy. I will leave a link in the description down below for you to try it out yourself. So see if you can beat me and get a higher score than I did. And last but not least, make sure you're following me on Twitter and Instagram at GiraffeNeckMarc. Links in the description, always talking baseball over there. So we're gonna play Jeopardy just like you normally would. Now, I'm not going up against anybody. I don't have any competition per se. It's pretty much just gonna be me seeing how many points I can possibly get. I will deduct if I get questions wrong. I'm not gonna be answering in a question. We don't play that way around here, but we do have a nice little board. As you can see, we've got 5 categories: team ranking batters, team ranking pitchers, individual player stats batters, individual player stats pitchers, and the 2019 postseason. So all 5 categories, 1 to 500. Gonna go through it. Let's see the highest score we can get. Let's start it off with the rankings. So let's just go for the 100 right now. Let's start off with team rankings 100 for batters. This team struck out the most in 2019. That feels like a very hard 100-point question here. Struck out the most in 2019. I don't know if there's like a correlation here. Do bad teams strike out more than good teams? I don't know if that's actually true. Whoa, this is not a 100-point question. This is not normal things that people know. I kind of feel like the Yankees, they have a lot of strikeout guys in that lineup. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna go with the Texas Rangers. The Texas Rangers feel like they strike out a lot. So, Texas Rangers, how do I see the, oh, correct response? Detroit Tigers. Okay, yeah, that was easy. The worst team in baseball. I should have got that. All right, we are negative 100 points already. Off to a good start. Team rankings batters 200. Let's go down the list. This team had the least plate appearances. What are these questions? I don't know how much I would call these team rankings and team stats. These are tough. Least plate appearances. Miami Marlins? Detroit Tigers? I'm gonna go Marlins. San Diego Padres. I mean, like, how am I even supposed to know that? We're down negative 300. I mean, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Team rankings 300. They're gonna be getting harder. Let's see what you got here. 300. This team had the least stolen bases. I honestly think it's the Mets. I actually think it's the New York Mets. I'm going with the Mets here. Correct response? Minnesota Twins. This is a guess. There's no way that you would know who's right here unless you studied team stats. Another negative 300, negative 600. I'm gonna start passing on these, I think. 400. This team was the youngest in Major League Baseball. Okay, let's think about young teams. They're not necessarily gonna be very good. The Mariners? No, they had some old guys. Out west? Maybe the Padres. In the Central, the Pirates should be very young, but they also have some older guys. In the East, the Marlins. We've also got, I'm going Ooh, or the Blue Jays. Marlins. Miami Marlins. Miami Marlins. Tampa Bay Rays. Dude, negative 1,000 to start this off. This is like the hardest quiz ever. Am I supposed to know this? Am I a fraud? Am I struggling? Am I doing well? I don't even know. All right, batters. This team used the most players in 2019. Who got injured a lot and who was bad? The Angels got injured a lot. The Mariners get injured a lot. Do I want to go with them or do I just want to go with a random team? Oh, I'm going to guess on all of them. I'm not going to pass. I'm not going to play that game. We'll take negative points here. I'm going with the Los Angeles Angels. No, it can't be the Angels. Maybe the Royals. I'm going with Kansas City Royals. Seattle Mariners. I said them. I said the Mariners. I said the Mariners. Why didn't I believe myself? I said the Mariners. Negative 1,500 points after round 1. Okay, let's move on to team ranking pitchers. I'm starting off with the big one here because clearly these team rankings, there's no pattern to it. There's no easier or harder question. So let's start off with the hard one, I guess. 500 points. This team gave up the most intentional walks. That is impossible to understand. How can you? There's nothing that correlates to intentional walks. Intentional walks. The Arizona Diamondbacks. I don't know. Who is it? The Miami Marlins. Yeah, how would I know that? How would anybody know this? Next question. 400. Give me another one. This team allowed the least homers. Okay, I can think about this one. Who allowed the least homers? Now, the Tigers had bad pitching, so I think that cancels out for them playing in Comerica. San Francisco Giants also had bad pitching. I think that cancels out them playing in AT&T, or I think it's now called Oracle. Mariners, same thing. Bad pitching cancels out Safeco, T-Mobile Park, whatever you want to call it. Ooh, who had the least amount of home runs? I'm gonna go with the Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa Bay Rays? Let's go! Yes! We got one! We got one! Give me that check mark. Plus 400, only at negative 1,600 points right now, but we got one. We are what, 1 for 6? That's a great start. Let's continue to stay hot here. Moving on, 300. This team had the least hits allowed. That's just, again, there's no way that you can ever know this. No one keeps track of who gives up the least amount of hits, but I'm gonna try to think of pitchers with low whips. I'm going with the Houston Astros. Houston Astros? Los Angeles Dodgers. All right, negative 300 again, negative 1,900. Team rankings pitchers, 200. Let's see what we got here. This team had the highest runs allowed per game. Okay, bad pitching. Bad pitching, Seattle Mariners. Has to be Seattle Mariners. Baltimore Orioles. I thought the Mariners gave up the... this is so frustrating. This is so frustrating. Got that one wrong, negative 2100. Moving on, team rankings. Pitchers 100. This team had the lowest team ERA. I went with the Houston Astros. That felt right, but I think it's going to be the Dodgers because they gave up the least amount of hits. So Dodgers? Dodgers! Yes! All right, so we got 2 questions right so far. Back to negative 2000. Not a good start, but we're on to individual players here, and I think I'm going to have a better chance with those. Let's start it off with the $100 for the individual batters. This player had the most home runs in the American League. That's going to be Jorge Soler. Correct response, Jorge Soler. Boom. Give me that 100 points. We're making up the negatives here. This is where we go. This is where I go off. You start asking me players, boom. You ask me for team stats, I'm trash. Individual players, 200s. This Miami man played every game this season. This Miami man played every game this season. So at catcher, they had Jorge Alfaro. It's not him. Who'd they go with at first base? Like Garrett Cooper? It can't be. Starling Castro. It's Starling Castro. Boom! It's not Starling, but it is Starlin. Starling Castro, let's go! I got that. Give me another check. 1700, we're on fire. 3 in a row now, because the pitcher I got right. Let's move on to individual batter for 300. This player had the most stolen bases. Ooh, is it Trey Turner? It's either Trey Turner or Malik Smith. I'm gonna go with Trey Turner. I'm going Trey Turner. Show me Trey Turner. Malik Smith. It's Malik Smith. Oh, I said it. But I thought Trey Turner did, even despite being hurt. I'm wrong. There goes my hot streak. Back to negative 2000. Need to get these 400 and 500 points ones here to at least be in the clear moving forward. So 400 points. This team had 2 players play in every game. That is not an individual stat, by the way. That is a team stat. I'm going to not give myself negative here. I don't care if I'm biased. If I get it right, I'm counting it. If I get it wrong, I'm not. The category is misleading. The category was wrong. But this team had 2 players play in every single game. Kansas City Royals? Oh, let's go. It was Whit Merrifield and Jorge Soler. I knew Whit Merrifield play. I went with the Royals because Jorge Soler is the DH. We're taking it. Give me that 400 points back to negative 1600. And we got the 500 point question here now. This player had the most plate appearances in 2019. I'm pretty sure this is Marcus Semien. I'm very, very confident this is Marcus Semien. I'm going with it. If it's in my heart, you gotta listen to your heart. I believe Cascada, that was her lyrics. Listen to your heart when it's calling for you. Correct response, Marcus Semien. Listen to your heart. We got it right. We're moving up. We're still in the negatives, negative 1100, but that is way better than where we started. We are killing it with the individual player stats. Let's move on to the pitchers here. We're gonna go for 100 points. This player had the highest win/loss percentage. I wanna say Garrett Cole. So I'm going with Garrett Cole. Show me Garrett Cole. We got it. We're gonna quietly celebrate that one, sitting us now at negative 1000 points. Let's move on to the 200 point question here. This Cleveland man was tied for the most games completed. This Cleveland man. Ooh, Shane Bieber. We're feeling it. We're almost out of the negatives. Negative 800. I'm a believer in Shane Bieber. Let's go. 300 points here. This player had the 3rd best ERA in the National League. I think Hyun-Jin Ryu had the best, followed by Jacob deGrom. Then Max Scherzer. I think it's Scherzer. Give me Max Scherzer. Mike Soroka. Oh, I forgot Mike Soroka existed. He did have a very good year. Back to negative 1100. I forgot about Mike Soroka. I'm going to save the 400 and 500 for the last bit. I'm going to go to the postseason here. 100 points for the 2019 postseason. Team that beat the A's in the wild card. That's the Tampa Bay Rays. I'm not even going to waste any time there. I know that one for sure. So we're back to negative 1000. That was a great game. Jesus Luzardo filthy, but Yandy Diaz and the Rays were better. 200 point question here for the 2019 postseason. This pitcher gave up the series winning home run in the ALCS. Ooh, so is the Houston Astros versus who the Astros play? Oh, they played the Yankees. Aroldis Chapman. Hello, how did I almost forget this? Aroldis Chapman, yep. Give me the 200 points. Negative 800. We're doing well. 2019 postseason for 300. This key batter went 0 for 4 in the NL wildcard game and then signed to a different National League Central team this offseason. Ooh, okay. So National League wildcard game, and he was on the Brewers. Oh, Mike Moustakas. That's got to be Mike Moustakas, right? He was with the Brewers, went 0 for 4 in the wildcard game, signed with the Cincinnati Reds. Show me Mike Moustakas. Mike Moustakas, I'll never forget him. Got to rep my Greek boys. Negative 500 here. We have a total of 1,800 points left. So the best score I can finish with right now is going to be what? 1,300 points? Gonna try to stay away from that. Let's go with the postseason. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling hot. Give me 400 points for the postseason. This future Hall of Famer hit a disappointing 143 in the NL Divisional Series. Very biased question here. By putting the future Hall of Famer, you're leaving it up to your decision here because obviously that is a debate. Maybe Yachty is who he's going with. Cardinals, Yachty's the only one that I could think of that's a debate. I'm gonna go Yachty. Yachty, who is Yachty Molina? Stop saying he's a top 10 catcher in baseball. He's washed. There you go. Thank you. Okay, at least this guy understands. All right, we got Yachty right. That puts us at negative 100, and he knows Yachty is not a top 10. He is washed. He's not very good anymore. But let's go with the 500 point question here for the 2019 postseason. Hopefully he doesn't have any bias on this question. Their two teams committed the only 2 sweeps in the whole MLB postseason. It was the Cardinals and the Yankees. Cardinals and Yankees? Cardinals and Yankees? Nationals and Yankees. Oh, the Nationals swept the Cardinals. Oh, no. No. I forgot the Braves won a game against the Cardinals. I thought the Braves did not win a game against the Cardinals. Oh, okay. That's bad. We're losing 500 points there, which means we got to get both of these right to be in the positive. So let's just start off with the hardest one here, so at least we can know if we have a shot. Let's do it. Hardest one first. This Nationals and A's pitcher is the oldest pitcher in Major League Baseball. I think it has to be Fernando Rodney, but he also played for the Diamondbacks last year. Oh, Fernando Rodney. Fernando Rodney. It is. There we go. Minus 100 going into the last question. Individual player stats 404. The positive score. This NL Central pitcher had the third most saves in the National League. It's not Raisel Iglesias. Josh Hader might be the option. It's not Craig Kimbrell. It's not going to be from the Cardinals because like Jordan Hicks and all those guys. No. Pirates, Felipe Vasquez maybe? Ooh, it could be Felipe Vasquez. I'm afraid it's going to be the obvious choice of Josh Hader, but I'm also thinking it's Felipe Vasquez. I'm going to go with Felipe Vasquez for the positive points. Raisel Iglesias. Raisel Iglesias had the third most saves in the National League. Negative 500. We finish up with negative 500 points. That is easily my worst performance. This was a tough quiz. You got past the first two categories, you got a lot easier, but the first two felt impossible to me. I don't know. Maybe you guys can let me know in the comment section down below. How did you do on this Jeopardy? Did you beat me? Did you lose to me? Negative 500 is not a great show. If you did enjoy this Jeopardy video, make sure to leave a like on it. That's the best way to show your support, as well as subscribe to the channel if you are new and you enjoy the content so you don't miss out when I do drop a video. Thank you guys for watching. You know the drill from here on out. YouTube recommends you watch this video as well as this is my most recent upload, so click through those if you have not yet seen them. Appreciate the support, and I'll catch you all tomorrow for a KBO video. We got a big one coming at you. Bye!